Bonjour mes amis en première année, deuxième année, troisième année, quatrième année, cinquième année. Good morning, my friends in first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade. Aujourd'hui, on a une activité de faire ensemble. We have an activity to do together. And I am certain that you are going to recognize most of the vocabulary that we're using here today. On les numéros, we have our numbers, and they are written out with letters rather than with digits. C'est avec les lettres au lieu de les chiffres. So you're going to have to listen to my pronunciation of these to recognize the number. We'll count them up together. On a les animaux de notre pièce. We have the animals from our play. Et on a aussi les couleurs. We also have colors. Donc, on va lire ensemble. We're going to read together. On va traduire ensemble. We're going to translate together. Puis on va dessiner ensemble. Then we're going to draw together. AOC, and as well, see to per if you can. I would like this to be an extension activity where you create some of your own silly sentences about our herds of colored animals. Okay, donc on va commencer ensemble. On a un cheval bleu. So the first thing we need to do is see how many horses we have. Un, c'est juste un, one. Un cheval, on sait que c'est un horse. We know that it's a horse en anglais, in English. Et puis on a le couleur bleu. And it is spelled very similarly to the English color. If you guessed blue, you are absolutely right. I hope that that is a simple start for all of you guys. Un cheval bleu, one blue horse. Now, that one's a little bit silly, but I will say that I competed with horses for years, and I actually did work with a horse that was called a blue roan horse, and that is a color. Un cheval bleu. Puis then we have deux chats rouges. So we'll count up our number on a un, deux, two, chat. C'est le chat et la lune on la pièce. It's the cat and the moon in the play, so we know chat, we recognize it from our title. Et rouge. We know that is red. Bon travail si tu as pensé ça. Good for you if you thought that. Now I want to look here. In English, we would say two red cats. We wouldn't say two cats red. But another thing that is different, you can see the difference between this one and this one, is that ça c'est singulier. This is single, and so we don't add an S on our color. We would never add the S to indicate that it's plural in English. We would say the red cats, but here they would say the cat's reds. Now they wouldn't really say it reds. That S is silent, but it's to indicate to us, it's to give us that clue that there's more than one. So even if we didn't have our deux and we saw chat rouge, we would see that it's plural here and here. They bring it right through their sentence or their statement. These ones are statements. There's not a capital or a period. On a deux chats rouges. Et finalement, on a sept chiens arc-en-ciel. Sept. Let's count that up. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept. Seven. Chien. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Do you know what that one is? That's dogs. And arc-en-ciel. Arc-en-ciel, c'est pas une couleur. It's not one color. It is a term that we used at the beginning of the year when we did the book about our Bible characters in French. C'est en l'histoire de Noé. It's Noah's story. In arc-en-ciel, it is an arc in the sky. It's rainbow. So we have 7 rainbow dogs. I'd like to take some time with you guys to review our numbers and our colors before I dismiss you today. I'd really like for us to create some of these yourself, independently, par toi-même, by yourself, okay? Donc, on peut utiliser les numéros 1 à 10, our numbers 1 to 10. On a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our grades 1 and 2, or première et deuxième année, you can just write the digits, okay, and practice reading what that would sound like. Now my grade 3 to 5, I'd like you to practice writing them out with letters so that you recognize what they look like written out, not just written out with digits, okay? So write them out with your letters, please. And then I want you to really pay attention when you write these out to pick an animal from our play. You want to get really creative and use one that you might know elsewhere. Our 3 to 5s especially, we did a lot of work with farm animals, so vache, cow, or cochon, a pig. Quelques étudiants, some students, utilisé dragon, used dragon when they created some characters earlier this year. So you can be really creative with what animal. And then just pay attention that if you said there's more than more than one, that you ajoute ton S, you add your S, and you look at doing that here. Now, arc-en-ciel is the exception. We wouldn't say arc-en-ciel, arc in the skies. You leave that one without an S. Okay, so I want you to take a peek and make sure that as you write them out, that you're taking care of your S's when you need them. And 1s and 2s, you can write the digit. 3 to 5s, I want you to write out your numbers with your letters rather than your digits, okay? Donc, je pense que c'est une activité amusante. I think it's a fun activity, and I hope that you have some fun with it today. À bientôt, mes amis.